You're welcome back from that break, and the interview was so lovely. I enjoyed Ethiopian Polo,
Yeah, we
but
did.
it's time for some diaspora news or edition. And so we have Madam Jessica Aivo, the president of African American Association of Ghana, right here in the studio. And we'll be talking about the association. Good morning, madam.
Yes, good morning.
How are you?
I'm great.
Okay. Can you tell us more about the African American Association?
Okay, the African American Association, our mission is to facilitate the economic, social, and cultural assimilation of Africans and Africans of the diaspora and African Americans into Ghanaian society. We have existed informally since the 60s when African Americans started coming to Ghana and basically just started looking for each other, trying to connect and form a small group just to help each other get used to being in the country. That was formalized in 1981, so we have existed formally as an organization since 1981.
Okay.
All right. The last time I saw you was when Nancy Pelosi and the Black Caucus came to Ghana.
Yes.
I was there at the Du Bois Center, but you were not the president.
No, I was
then.
the vice president.
But today you are the president. How is
Yes.
your new office?
It's fun. Being vice president actually prepares you for the presidency, in that you start making the connections that you need in order to become a successful president. It's also quite a bit of work because you are in charge of all the program chair.
Okay.
So every activity that the organization participates in, you actually organize that. So once you've done all that, you know fully everybody and everything that the organization does. So being a president, I think a lot of the focus of the job is kind of expanding the network of the organization, increasing the visibility, looking for opportunities that will help the organization grow and change.
Okay, so let's look at the numbers. How do people get to join the association?
It's actually quite easy. We have a meeting the third Sunday of every month. So I think it's a good way to come to get to know the organization. You can come to the meetings and just sit in, see the kinds of things that we talk about. Also, we definitely welcome new people, so you get an opportunity. We also introduce ourselves, those of us who are on the board, as well as members, and so you get an opportunity to network after the meeting. So that's a good way to get involved with the organization, and then you can decide whether you want to.
Okay. So the meeting is held at Du Bois Center.
At the Du Bois Center.
And who can join?
Basically, anybody can join. Anybody of African descent can join. So unlike what most people think, you do not have to be an African American to join. We have Ghanaian members and a few other people from other African nations who are members of AAAG.
All right. So now let's go to the year of return and it transition into beyond the return. And briefly, your account on the year of return. Now we come to beyond the return. So your account on the year of return, then we'll move to beyond the return now.
Year of return was actually a very interesting experience for us. We have been, as I said, around for a long time, the organization, and we have a lot of activities going on, but the level of people looking for us, say, through social media, online, and even at the Du Bois Center, the volume of people that we've met this year who are quite excited to even meet us. That's what's very fascinating, because we're here, we know we're here, but apparently the world doesn't know we're here. So it was quite interesting to have so many people say, "Oh, I didn't know there was an African American community here." So it was
Quite an
it's
interesting
quite very, very interesting. I can honestly say there's no time. The Du Bois Center is our home. We have our office there, and we're there quite a bit doing whatever activities we have planned. And it's been interesting how many people have come looking for us now. People didn't used to look for us. Now people are actually looking for us. So we're enjoying it.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, so do you have a website or social media handles? How do people get in contact?
We have a
with you?
Facebook page. We do have a website, and we also have WhatsApp chat and Instagram. So yes, we have all of those, and it's called the African American Association of Ghana.
All right.
All of them. So
All right.
either that or AAAG. So we're not difficult to find online.
Online.
Okay,
Okay.
now before we end the year 2019, the president announced that this year is going to be beyond the return. What is the plan of the AAAG?
Yeah, that's an interesting question too. We're determining what we want to do. One of the things we do in February is showcase our history and culture. So our theme for this year is African Americans and the vote. What's your vision for 2020? So I think beyond the year of return takes us into that formulating a vision. And that's actually what we're in the process of doing right now. We have a series of activities coming up in February, actually starting this Saturday, on the 1st of February, where we have a fish fry. And that actually probably doesn't sound that different, but you know, we have our own way of cooking. So we're going to showcase our way of cooking fish, and we have hush puppies. I don't know if you're familiar with hush puppies. So just a fried corn dough, coleslaw. We're offering that meal at. We're part of the Green Butterfly Market, so we'll be selling at the Green Butterfly Market this Saturday on the Valentine's weekend, which actually the Sunday after Valentine's, we're going to have a spoken word event. So we'll be working in collaboration with Alaska Talk Party, and we'll have members of that organization as well as people from our organization participating in the spoken word. And that's always been a very exciting event, especially for the younger people.
All right. Where is that one happening? So that
everything was happening at the Du Bois Center.
Okay.
So that will be, we have in our area where our office is, we have an office, a gift shop, and an area we call the pavilion, where we hold our social activities. So it'll be in the pavilion. It's just an open space covered. So that's where the spoken word will be. So all of our events take place at the Du Bois Center.
But I feel that just as last year we had you welcome Nancy Pelosi and the Black Caucus, this year it's like you have something big that you don't want to talk about.
Yes, I know I can't talk about it yet, but there are some things coming up that we're aware of. Even it's interesting when things like that happen. A lot of times, because of security, they don't want you to just advertise it so far ahead of time. So when the Black Caucus came, we were working on that a few weeks before we got here, and they did ask us specifically not to advertise it, but I sent out a message to the membership and I said that's easily the worst kept secret in town. Everybody knew they were coming, but we tried to honor the request not to put the information out there ahead of time.
That's fine.
So, yeah. But that's what is very enjoyable now, is having people on many different levels coming to talk to us, because we have journalists looking for us, we have writers looking for us, celebrities, and politicians, and so it's something we didn't anticipate, honestly.
But do you have nice an African American Association of Ghana? But moving forward, are we going to have the AAAG establish offices across the African continent, like a Nigerian office of AAAG Nigeria or AAA Nigeria?
I think there are organizations of African Americans in many countries across this continent, but we have not united as an organization.
Why?
I think the vision is just now coming into place. I think that's really why. Yeah.
So how soon are you working at uniting? I mean, how soon is your office working at uniting with the other associations across?
It's something that we are talking about, but I can't say we're actively working on that. But there are a variety of different organizations out there, and that is actually their goal, is to unite, well, not really just African Americans, but Africans in general across the Africans of the diaspora. So that wasn't really the focus of our organization, but I think there's an interest in that for some members. So it's something we can make a plan for, but we don't have an immediate plan to do that.
I mean, I must say, you look good as. I always feel happy when I see a lady president. I mean, you look good as a president.
Well,
I
thank
must
you.
say, the office is good.
Yeah, yeah. It carries a lot of responsibility. And I think when you first join an organization, I can honestly say last year this time I did not anticipate that I would be president. And when I joined and when I first became active in the organization, I didn't see myself as an officer. So I think I've grown with the organization. As I have participated more, it has encouraged me to do more for the community.
Okay, so your last words to your members and people who would like to join you.
Well, I would invite you to come to, first of all, I think one of the good things you can do to really see what we do is come to our Black History Month activities on the 1st, the 15th, and the 23rd of February at the Du Bois Center. That will give you a great opportunity to see the kinds of some of the activities that we do during the year, and also to meet some of our members. And it'll be a great time. And we would love to talk with you individually, not just have you come and just leave anonymously, but feel free to reach out to me, the president, and there will be all of our executive board members as well as other members of the organization there. And come enjoy yourself, meet us, get to know us, and I think you'll want to be a part of what we do. We're always looking for new members. And,
Okay, so I am joining. I don't know about Kofi.
We're definitely going to be joining because I think Her Excellency Jessica Aivo feels that yes, Ghanaians now have opened their arms wide to welcome the diaspora.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, just as we are welcoming the diaspora, we all have to join the Triple AG so that we know how to relate with the diaspora when they come home, so that we don't get stepping on their toes and offending them, so that we live as one people.
Exactly. And I think that's vice versa, because we come with our own background, and so it's good if we have people from Ghana as part of the organization, because you also help us grow and assimilate and understand Ghanaian culture, and that if we're going to live here, we need to understand fully how to live here.
All right. So thank you very much. It's been quite an interesting one with Her Excellency Jessica Aivo, who is the president of Triple AG, African American Association of Ghana.